Okay, well, we're live.
Woo!
So I guess we can just wait a little bit
until people come.
until we get some
see.
people on our page. Oh, there's
There's
Tracy. Hi.
Rochelle, what happened?
People are
It's
here.
my first time going live.
It's so fun. You can't read anything.
We're all excited.
When you better watch your
Awesome.
questions, then
Catherine, you know
Hi,
that we're live, you
Carissa.
I know. Hi, Risa. Hi, Jess.
Oh my gosh. It's my
Hi,
first time
Risa.
live. I'm excited. Hello.
Hi,
Greetings
She's in there now.
to my grandmother, Esme. Hi, everybody. We are on IG Live. We are your
Hi,
Ready to
Ayana.
Emerge team. We are so excited to just spend some time with you this Monday evening.
So excited.
So, what's your name, Miss?
My name is Naomi Garrick and I'm the PR chick.
Yeah.
I'm just smiling like a crazy person. My name is Rochelle Cameron. I come from Lucky Hill, St. Mary. On some days, I'm a lawyer. On other days, I'm an HR executive and a PR executive. But most of the time, I'm skinning my teeth and saying things that you really want to say.
Right, absolutely. She has no
And
filter.
who are you?
And I'm Catherine Goodall. What am I?
What are you?
Oh. Leadership and growth. I'm a leadership and growth coach. That's where my heart is and that's what my passion is.
Awesome. So we're so happy you're able to join us tonight. We're super excited to tell you a little bit more about Emerge, our summit that's going to be on March 2nd at the Spanish Court Hotel. And so Rochelle, Catherine, and I are going to just share some more details about what to expect, what the day will be like, and just all those questions that we've been getting in our DMs and our emails. And we've been getting a lot of questions from the men about, is this just for women? It's not. It's for anybody that is ready to flip the script on their life. So I'm going to ask Rochelle to just share a little bit more about that.
So the whole concept of emerge, just consider sometimes where you are at any given point. And I can share with you that I went through a period of just wondering about what next. You know, I had achieved a lot of things that I had set out to,
Can't
but it
see you,
still
Catherine.
felt that there was more. And you feel kind of stuck. And when you feel stuck, you start feeling a bit of frustration. You're not sure how to really move from that space. So from a place of experience, we understand what it's like when you feel a bit stuck and you want to make that next move. And the next move may be in your career, it may be in the very place that you work, it may be to step out, to just step out of the place. It may be for a new business, it may be for following your passion while still doing your work. And what this conference is about is emerging from that place of being stuck. And we're going to be equipping you with just some guidelines, things that we have experienced. We have some amazing speakers.
Yes.
So we're talking about life experiences and life experiences with the pointers. What we've gone through, what were the steps that we took. We're going to be talking about the real things, some of the fears, some of the naysaying that you even said to your own self. Sometimes that you're stepping out and you think that is the right move and you still find that you're just back in that space because there's still some more pruning that needs to be done of you in that space. So we are going to be focusing on the business of what your life is about, taking charge of your life. But we're doing it in a way not just to motivate you, but we're going to be just setting out steps. We're going to be having a workbook.
Yes.
Our sessions are going to be structured in a way that we're going to be going through. How do you actually describe yourself in a CV?
Yes.
To look back at that CV, the business that you want to get into, how do you really identify what that business is about? The place that you're at now, what are the skill sets that you have there that you can actually start to monetize?
Right.
How do you interview? When you're negotiating for a job, how do you ask for what you're worth? So what we're doing is moving from a space of just feeling overwhelmed and buried by the doubt, by the fear, and we just emerge, step out in it.
So one of the things that we, Rochelle mentioned this workbook, and we find that that's super important.
Yeah.
So we want everyone that attends Emerge to leave with an actionable plan for their lives. So it's not just coming here and listening to us speak about, some of the things that we did. I mean, as Rochelle said, we have some amazing speakers that will be joining us. But we want you to leave feeling like, okay, I'm inspired, I'm ready to take on the world, and I actually have the tools to do it.
Yeah.
So the workbooks will actually have some of the key pointers from each of our speakers, but also some specific actionable next steps that you can now start doing in your life that we're actually going to do in the session.
Yes.
So you leave feeling prepared and equipped to take on the world and to emerge in your own way. Yeah. So I guess what we can speak about now are some of the speakers. So you've seen that we rolled out the first batch of speakers. Of course, myself, Rochelle, and Catherine will be speaking. Rochelle will be touching on, as she said, the business of you, being the CEO of your life. What does that mean? I will be speaking more along the lines of personal branding, identifying who you are, what are the things that make you unique, and how do you communicate your value to the rest of the world so that you can now get paid for being the expert that you are. Catherine is going to be touching on things like leadership and having a growth mindset. How do you make yourself marketable so that other people are seeing what you're doing and they want to bring you in as a part of their team? And then we have some amazing guest speakers. So we'll be having an emerging conversation with PJ Wright. And we're so excited about that because PJ's journey has been super amazing, from working in his family business to being a part of this amazing entertainment landscape, what they've done with the Dream Entertainment, turning entertainment into a business, not just in Jamaica, but on a global scale, and now being a restaurant owner. What are some of the things that he went through to get to this stage? What are some of the tips he can share with us?
That's also very important, is that everything was not an overnight success.
Mm-hmm.
There
Yes.
were failures along the way, but what were the takeaways from the failures, and how did he flip the failures into the success that it is today?
Absolutely. And then we have Kari Robinson, who we actually haven't posted his picture yet. We're really excited, and we'll put that out officially tomorrow.
You guys got first dibs on it.
So Kari is what was the word that we used for him? A business
Mastermind.
mastermind. And many may not know him, but when you see Kari and you hear the businesses that he has transformed in Jamaica.
What were those businesses?
Mail pack.
Mail Pack is one of them.
Hertz.
Hertz, DHL. And there are many more. There are, I believe,
Ice.
over 14 different companies.
Yep.
Yes.
And it's what is a strategy that is used to identify these companies that are doing well and then transform them to make them amazing. And how can you use some of those same steps and actually action them in your own life?
Right.
So we're really excited to hear what Kari has to
Very
say.
excited.
And then we're also going to have Solomon Sharp. Now, Solomon, as most of you know, he is the CEO of Main Event Entertainment Limited, which is now listed on Jamaica Stock Exchange.
But I don't think that
But-
people have any concept of
Of his story.
No,
Who is this man, Solomon Sharp?
And not just his story. I mean, in the corporate landscape, Solomon has a company that's listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, first of all, that he has built from nothing. He has the largest signage company in Jamaica, iPrint and NOA. He has one of the best or leading digital marketing agencies in Jamaica. And when it comes to the racetrack, Solomon Sharp is it. So
But the key, as you're saying though, Kat, is the journey.
exactly.
Yes.
Because how do you come from a fledgling idea for a time when none of this existed, and
Exactly.
the concept of this entertainment industry wasn't there as we have it now, to be listed on the stock exchange? And it's important, this story, because some of you have some ideas for things that you're like, doesn't exist, and you are going to be the first, and you have to see that it is possible, and there are steps, and there are going to be blockades on the
Yes.
pathway,
Yeah.
and some of it is caused by yourself.
Exactly.
And how do you get yourself out of the way, and how do you start something, you try it and it's not working, but you can always step away from it too, and you don't see yourself as a failure. You reassess. Sometimes you actually need to tap into the circle of genius
Yes.
to get the help that you need. And see some of my
I
circle
think
of genius
maybe that's
here.
where we lead into how this. So that's a good segue into how
How
this
did we start?
come about anyway. So since you spoke about Circle of Genius, I'll let you just continue with that.
So Catherine, and it's amazing in life how God just sets us together, and we've known, all of us, we've known each other for years, but a lot in passing. You know, we've said that we wanted to do something together, and Catherine, who is always the come. This is the date of the meeting. And Catherine says we're going to meet at my house at 7 o'clock.
On Monday. Monday's already.
And Monday is our day. This is our meeting time.
Exactly.
And we spent probably about 5 hours because we didn't leave until almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Just talking about our passion for what we want to do with our lives, the coaching, the sharing of what we've learned, the actually sitting down with people and helping them walk through the process. Because all of us, when we look back in our lives, there was that someone or that circle of people that actually were always there, not just cheering you on, but calling you out, holding you accountable. And when you drop on the floor, they're like, get up, we've got business to do. And 3 different personalities, but amazing how a passion and a viewpoint just aligned. And here we are now doing exactly what we wanted to do, to just have an opportunity to share the next steps, to help to guide, but we are also learning. So through this process, we're learning so much about ourselves. We're learning so much about, and this concept of that circle of people. And it's one of the things that I know all of you are coming to Emerge, and I hope you sign up already, because one of the things we want to really ferret out is the circle of genius that you have around you. Because sometimes we are looking outside, and in the very organization that you are in, there are people who can assist you on the journey. And some real assistance, like you need a financial advisor. You want a friend of a lawyer. It helps. You want to sit with those people who many people have never read about, but they're running some successful businesses. And let me tell you, everybody that we reach out to as a part of this process wants to share. Because people actually want to help you. And if you go with that mindset, that it's not about networking, and know that as someone is sharing with you, that's the same thing you're doing. And we're starting that movement.
An exchange.
And an exchange. An exchange. So as you receive, you share. And we always remember that success, there's not like a little piece of it. It's limitless. And the more success there is the more that businesses grow. It's the more that the job market grows. So you want to be a part of that.
You know, Rochelle, you mentioned even having a financial advisor as a part of your circle of genius, and we forgot to mention that we actually are going to have a really, really awesome speaker that's going to really speak specifically to the importance of paying yourself first and what that means. So we're really excited to share that. You know, we've been reading a lot of books about that, you know, Profit First, Richest Man in Babylon. Those are some basic books, but someone's going to break it down for us in a real way.
Right, and we're also going to be sharing some of our books with you, some of the books that we've read that have helped us, because we think it's important, and it's really a big part of the growth process. So we need to get down to the business. When is it? March 2nd. Where is it going to be? At the Spanish Court Worthington. And the cost. Everybody has been asking us how much the tickets are going to cost. So it's going to be $200 US. And tickets are going to go on sale or be available on the 5th of February at midnight. So look out. February 5th, tickets go on sale, and our spaces are extremely limited because we want it to be impactful. We were all overwhelmed by the response, and so we really want to say thank you because, you guys have really given us another level of energy.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate it. However, the spaces are going to be extremely limited because we want to make sure.
We were even trying to look for a bigger venue, and it's just not available.
But also we want to keep it.
We want to keep it almost intimate because we want you to be able to have direct access to the speakers. We want something else something that's very important to us is to ensure that you're able to have your questions answered. So we will have enough time after each speaker so that you can have your Q&A session and you can ask those questions that are important to you. Even during this forum, if you have questions that are specific to maybe some of your needs, you can email us, and you can email us at readytoemergenow@gmail.com. If you have not already pre-registered, the registration is still open and available. We've had over 300 people registering already for a space that can accommodate not 300 people. So please remember to jump onto the link that's in our bio so that you can actually be a part of the pre-registration process. You can share with us some of the topics that you're interested in hearing about, and any other questions you can direct them to Ready to Emerge now at gmail.com.
And you just follow us on all our platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and we check our pages.
How do we pay? Everybody's asking, how do we pay?
Oh yes, thank you very much. So we are listed on Caribtix, so just log on to caribtix.com and you'll see the big Emerge logo. Just click on it and you'll be able to purchase your tickets. Caribtix.com, caribtix.com.
Yes.
And a big part of what we are doing is that so we have some big dreams and visions of what this island represents, and we are going to be turning up the thing. So it's
but
not.
We can't tell them.
No, we can't tell them.
No, we can't tell them.
them.
No, we can't. She's too excited.
Yeah,
She's too excited.
So the big elephant in the room that we have not addressed yet is we have gotten so many emails, direct messages, text message, WhatsApp. So men can come.
We want you to come. We want the men to come. Listen, we went to an event a couple of weeks ago and there were 3 men in the room. That we don't want Emerge to look like that. We want the men to come out and to show the women. Look here, there's plenty single women out there and they're looking for men
that are ready to emerge as well.
But very importantly, because what we're creating a space that the men, because it's a professional space, and we're coming to do the business of who we are. So a lot of your male friends, because the men sometimes don't want to ask the direct questions and so on, but we're saying, listen, we need an environment that men and women are sitting together, because we're going to be around that boardroom table equally and together, and we're going to be making decisions for this nation, for businesses, for changing this world together. So we want the men there. Yeah. And let me tell you what is encouraging for me when I see the messages saying, listen, where do we pay? Because you know what this is saying? That the investment in my life is so important that I'm not hitch on it. And that's what we want. We want you to be serious about an investment in yourself.
Them spend more than that one party,
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Parties are lovely. So, but what we're saying is that this is about flipping your life.
Sorry, I see a lot of questions about the online payment. So currently right now it's just caribtix.com. We're going to look at some other payment options, and we will send, once you send the registration, you will be on our email list and we'll be able to send you all the details for other payment options.
Yes.
So don't worry about that. So don't worry about the fact that right now it's just Caribtix. If you're interested in paying through another option, just send us an email, readytoemerge@gmail.com, and we'll let you know the other options that are available to you.
Somebody had asked what the seating arrangements are going to look like. So we want you guys come prepared to work. It's going to be a workshop, a working workshop. So we're going to have tables. It's not going to be theater style seating because we're serious about getting down into the business. So we want to make sure that you have the right mindset when you're coming in and get ready to work.
Yeah. So just picture when your organization is having a strategic planning session. That's what this is. It's a strategic planning session for your life.
Yes,
for you.
And that's what makes it. And the thing is, when you take the time to invest in yourself, I mean, there's not a greater feeling than that when you can actually reap the rewards after.
So registration starts at 7 a.m. We're starting exactly at 9 o'clock. With this Jamaican time that you guys are normally functioning on, they can tell you we don't play that. 9 a.m. sharp, the doors are opening. 7 a.m. is registration. Should we tell them about the headshots?
Alright, so we have an amazing partner. I'm sure you've been seeing all these beautiful headshots and
that
images.
Are not photoshopped.
Right.
Not photoshopped.
None of them are photoshopped.
And they're done by our amazing partner, Adrian Query of Studiocraft. And what he does is he allows people to look remarkable with their photos. So he's going to be offering free headshots to all of our participants. So we're really excited about that. So come prepared to get your headshots done. So that will be.
That's some real value added though, you know. I don't think them understand.
Yeah, it's true. Because I mean,
no, it's not free by the way. It's not free. It won't cost you, but it's not free.
Right, but I mean, you can
value added.
Follow Adrian at studiocraft.co and you'll actually see some of his headshots. I mean, you can look at ours. I think ours are pretty nice.
Yes.
So we're really excited about that. We have some really amazing partners coming on board as well. So we'll announce our sponsors in the coming weeks.
Well, we have to talk about M-Style.
Yes, we have to talk about
We have to talk about. So first, let me tell you that we're going to be going all days from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock and stick around for networking after, because that's the time that you'll be able to really capitalize on getting to know the people in the room and really start to build that circle of genius.
Yeah.
But M-Style is the first sponsor that has signed on board with us, and they are going to show up and show out in a way that you guys are just not even going to imagine. So we first want to say thank you to M-Style.
Yes, thank you.
Well, I mean, they did not even hesitate.
Yeah.
You know, as a matter of fact, Solomon was like, this is it. We see the vision and we're fully on board with the vision.
Yeah, so we're
and
we're
I think
excited about that.
with the conversations we've been having with our sponsors, it's been so encouraging that people are interested in an investment that allows that other investment. So is that paying forward?
Exactly.
So we're just continuing to put together so that we are giving, that giving results in further giving. And somebody asked a question, is there going to be a vision boarding? So what we're doing we're not going to be doing like a traditional vision boarding, because again, this is a strategic planning session for the business. So we're actually approaching it from, if your life is your business, what is the vision of that business of your life? What are the talent and skill sets? So we're actually going to pull apart. So what I would encourage people that are coming to do is to really start fleshing out some of those dream things, where you want to go. And then we start on that journey of how we actually make some realistic action plans to get you on the journey.
And I think just something else we need to mention is that, so this is the first of a series of events. So this Emerge Summit will be the kickoff to kickstart a series of events we'll be doing. So we'll have 3 major events for the year, and then we'll also be doing about 6 to 8 smaller workshops throughout the year. So you can look up for more information on that, and that's where we'll get to zone in on more specific areas with much smaller groups, with maximum, I'd say 25 to 30. So we'll definitely be rolling out that calendar soon, so you'll know what the other sessions are that are coming up as well.
Will the event be recorded? Yes, it will be recorded.
Yes, so we're actually looking at an option of possibly, we are definitely going to record.
And then we will see what happens.
Right, closer to the date.
Because I think the attendance live is very, very important.
Yes.
I think being a part sometimes too of the first event, because we're going to be building as we go along. And you may be wondering, so why we don't have anything to do in the days? Why this? And why are we so passionate about this? And for us, the reward is you guys. The reward is actually seeing and being a part of the journey with you. So we encourage that you come to the other workshops too, so that together we go on the journey. In that room are going to be some of the linkages that you will make. Some of your circle of genius maybe at that table that you're sitting at. So what we're encouraging is that openness to your growth, but your growth in not a philosophical way, in a very realistic step by step. And a part of it is going to be emotional too, because you're going to have to face some things that sometimes we're lazy, and what's holding us back is the lazy, because we know what needs to be done. And we will also take you through how we broke apart even when we weren't able to move. What were the things? Who did we have to? And sometimes you have to tell somebody the thing so that they call it. Because don't tell Catherine any dream you have. Don't tell Catherine no dream you have, because she just in your ears about it, and then she send you a timeline sheet, and when you are holding things up, she type up the thing that you were supposed to do and tell you to sign it, because we are proceeding. And you need somebody like that in your life. You need somebody like Naomi who will stop and say to you, listen, the profile that we're working with, you look cute in the picture, but I don't know what you're trying to say. What is your brand? But in a way that makes you feel nurtured. So you don't feel intimidated by the process, because it's not a tear down and breakdown process, it's a build up process. So, yes, Garfield.
I am not a bully.
Garfield says Catherine is a bully.
You need one.
He has one. That's the problem. Somebody asked, what is the $200 going to cover? Seriously? How much more you want? But if you want more, you're getting headshots. You're getting. I won't even bother getting to the value of the speakers because you can't pay for that, right? You're getting lunch. It covers lunch because it covers coffee breaks,
Networking session,
of course, and a networking session,
and your Ready to Emerge toolkit that you'll get as well, which is a bag full of not just cute, pretty things, but things that you can actually use to help to level up your life.
And sometimes, because let's not take for granted. Many of you have children that you just pay school fee for the January term, and you just got paid and you're trying to figure out like, how is this money that you just got paid, where did it go? But one of the key things, because one of the discussions that we're going to have is that financial investment, what that financial investment in self looks like. So the financial investment in self, we're going to start with the whole concept of paying yourself. But to actually grow, you have to invest back into the pool of self.
Exactly.
So what we want you to see this as is, don't see this as an expense. See this as an investment. And in the sessions too, and I'm glad people are asking questions, and make this be a sacrifice that you are so important that you will find this investment in yourself. We are ensuring too that what you receive is more than that value. That is very important. That's near and dear to me. That when you leave there, you feel equipped, because I expect that you guys are going back out there to do great things, but also to encourage others. So it is value, and we do recognize that many of you have challenges, but see beyond the challenge to that this is an investment.
Yeah,
Okay.
so someone asked if this is only for budding business people. No, it's not.
No, not
It's
at all.
for-
Entrepreneurs, it's for entrepreneurs, it's for
It's for
anybody
anybody
that
that's
is
ready.
interested in growing and developing themselves and taking themselves, like Rachel had said. I don't know if some of you guys joined late, but it's from taking yourself from the place of where you are now to a new level. Right?
And I see resume writing. We're going to be talking about resume writing. We're going to talk about what a short profile of you should look like. We're going to talk about how do you identify what you're good at, because sometimes we're in a job, and say we're in a job like we're in IT. Come on, really understand in IT. So in IT, and everybody call you the IT guy or the IT girl, and you're like, I wonder if you know that inside of me is a passion for marketing and sales, but nobody has ever tapped in. What we're going to be talking about is when you're sitting down there and no one has heard of this.
It's a best kept secret.
Yes, it's the best kept secret, and it's your secret sales vision that you have. How do you actually utilize where you are in IT as a platform to segue? How do you utilize the skills that you learn in the IT? Because let me tell you, anything that you're doing is a combination of skills. So we are actually going to be fleshing those things out. That excites me from myself. I just get excited.
Somebody asked if the workbook is going to be available. So it doesn't make sense for the workbook to be available to the people that are not at the event, because it's not going to be something that you can relate to. A lot of it is going to be applicable to
what is happening
there.
with the
So the speaker stories. Maybe we'll tailor one later on, but for this specific workbook, it will not be available to people that are not attending. Somebody else asked, is the video going to be available to the attendees? So it's not something that we thought about, but now that you've asked, it's something that we can
do
discuss.
for sure. Yeah.
So that you can actually have it as reference material.
Yeah.
And then someone had also asked about what is the type of pre-preparation that is necessary?
I like that question there. So you know what? We have about
excuse me, pause for a moment. You're the best speaker at Elevate. We just have to give you your props.
be able to. Oh no, sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So one of the things in the preparation is that we actually want you to think of the vision of your life, but in a very unencumbered manner. I recently did a vision board session that three of my darling children were there, and under 18 and under, and it was amazing to me how quickly they were able to put their vision board together, and how unencumbered they were by fears and all of these trappings of, but if I fail, they could just set it out. So one of the things we wanted to do is approach it from a perspective of, I'm coming there, this is what I want for my life. This is the position in my organization that I want. This is the number of customers I want for my business. We want you to set it out that way, so that as we are going through the process, you're seeing how we're going to actually let this happen in your life. So the pre-preparation is an unraveling of yourself and setting out what that vision is for your life. And this is your secret. We're gonna have to share it with nobody, you know, because you're coming with it, and we're going to be fleshing through that.
Yes. So I see somebody asking about a dress code. So,
Be comfortable.
I even when I personally go to workshops, I'm there to work. So I want to be comfortable.
But you also want to
but
be
you
a
want
representation of who you
so
are.
So for me, personal branding is important. So what is the brand that you're trying to showcase to the rest of the world? You're going to be in a space where you're going to have an opportunity to network, not just with the speakers, but with your peers and with some other industry leaders that will be attending. So you just want to make sure that you're bringing your best self to the table at any possible situation or instance. So that's what I would say. Bring your best self, whatever that means to you.
Bro, no, did you see this one?
What, $10?
Can you give us the other day so we can pay in advance?
Did you say pay in advance or plan in advance, Catherine?
No, I read pay.
And
The light is in my face.
Like Dr. Phil, Oprah, and Tyler Perry in
Woo!
one. With a little fire in the belly.
You'll soon see us on Super Soul Sundays. Or maybe we'll bring Oprah to Jamaica as a guest.
Yes. So we're
That's
really
what we're doing.
excited, guys. So we want to just tell you thanks again. I mean, the support has been overwhelming, to say the least. The responses we've gotten, even just on our own personal feeds, but even just the registrations, we were really surprised. I mean, we know that what we have is something that's going to be amazing. It's going to be transformational, and because it is specific to your life, I think that is really the important thing. This is about you taking charge of your life, and as I said, not just looking your best, but being your best self.
Yeah.
And so
I see Simone Bannon.
Yes, Simone.
Who is one,
who makes the yummiest samosas, by the way,
in the world. Please wear your branded shirt.
Jamosa.
Yeah, and I'm glad Simone asked that question, because you know what? If you're a business owner and you have an opportunity in that room that some of your potential clients should be there, wear your branded shirts.
You're coming to network.
You're coming, and Naomi, the session that Naomi is doing, and I have actually attended. So I mean, they're phenomenal, and the way that she approaches personal branding in a way that is not intimidating and easily understandable, and doesn't make you feel like you have to clear out your wardrobe and become a different person. It will be phenomenal. So I do suggest, if you do have
that
your
does not
gear-
apply to Rochelle, because we know her wardrobe is like
Fabulous.
has already,
Fabulous.
you know, we are trying to emerge into Rochelle's wardrobe.
Why aren't I saying something that did not know so?
Yes, and someone just said, Patrick just said, walk with the business cards too.
I was just about to say that.
If you don't have business cards, get some made. It doesn't cost anything. You can do them on Canva, take them to hot off the presser or wherever you print from, and just
press on.
Of course, Timmy, you can forward. It's for men.
Yes.
Come.
Yeah, but that's a very good and important point. Walk with those business cards.
This is a massive networking opportunity. So just come prepared. Don't be handing over your phone for somebody to put in a number when you're at the event.
Yes.
Like, be ready, be professional.
Never heard PJ.
Yeah.
And
I don't think anybody has ever heard PJ Wright talk before, and this will be his first public platform.
I think the same for Solomon as well.
And
so.
same for Solomon. And
Yeah,
Carrie
and
doesn't
Carrie
really
does not do
speak.
this either. So.
But the thing about it is that you can expect some unexpected speakers
Yes.
throughout our series.
Yeah.
Because we have in this country, you know, sometimes we fly all over the world to go to conferences to hear from other people. And let me tell you, the talent pool, the wealth of knowledge that we have in this country, both within business and as entrepreneurs, we have it right here, and we're going to be pulling them out so you can see for yourself that it is doable. These are people you went to school with. These are people that you probably see in the supermarket and you had no idea what their story is.
Yes.
And they don't just want to tell you their story, they want to take you through their process because they want your success too.
Absolutely.
And there are so many people in so many industries that because they're not in your industry, you don't even know about them, and they are like powerhouses in their sphere. Hi, Jan.
Hi, Jan.
Like Janice Allen, who is like the tourism guru.
Yes. And I see Tashura gives the customer service like doctor, both from the country of Montego Bay.
St. James, that's St. James. Okay?
Yeah.
So good.
But, oh, sorry. So we're not talking because we're actually now reading some of the questions.
Yeah,
that
we're trying to answer the questions.
Yeah, and this is my first time on IG Live, something like a country.
Yeah. Garfield big you up earlier and talk about you come from St. Mary. Yes, we saw you. Stop distracting us.
Yes. So as we are going through and seeing some of the questions, and we're also noticing that we have several gentlemen online.
Yes.
And
Welcome. We're so
Yes.
excited to have you.
Republic of Mozambique.
Yes,
I want
Patrick,
to-
go away.
to share with you too that even our process
Republic of
with
Mozambique.
choosing the speakers for this inaugural
Was very
event,
intentional.
very intentional. We actually spent a lot of time together just talking through who we wanted to be, and the thing that they've all held us accountable for is to not make this one-off.
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
this is supposed to be something that is growing, that we have some measurable results from it. So you guys, we are also being held accountable for this
Absolutely.
event.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
On many levels.
Yeah. So I think we could actually wrap up.
Yeah,
No,
so let's just
unless
remind
there are any more
everybody.
questions.
March 2nd.
March 2nd.
Spanish Court Worthington.
Starting at
Doors, well,
7
registration
a.m.
opens at 7 and
We
Doors-
start sharply at 9 o'clock. We
Yes.
don't want any distractions.
come early
We don't
so you
want
can
anybody
get
coming
your,
in the
so you
middle
can
of
get your
the sessions.
headshots done.
Absolutely. The earlier you come, the less people you'll have to contend with for your headshots.
Courtesy of Studio Craft.
Absolutely. You can come and you can have breakfast before we start, so you don't need to worry about doing all of those things before you come.
Yeah.
And we're starting again exactly at 9 a.m. and we're running straight through the day.
Yes.
So working lunch, because we are in a strategic planning
Yes.
meeting, because everything depends on this. Just think about when your company says, listen, we have to turn the ship around. We are flipping the script and we barely gonna have time to eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we will feed you.
Yes. You will be fed.
A reminder of the cost.
And just remember that so the tickets will go on sale on the 5th of February on caribtix.com. We'll let you know about other ticket options for
The
purchase.
cost is $200.
$200 US.
US, yes.
Yes. And then yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yep.
Yes. And remember, our email address
It's
is
ready to
ready to
emerge
emerge
now at gmail.com.
and continue to follow us at Ready to Emerge on Instagram.
And share the word, and if you have questions, please don't hesitate to send us a message in the DM or also to email us on the email address as well.
Yes.
So thank you so much for joining us for our first
Love you
live.
too, Garfield.
We'll have some more as
Love
we
you,
get
my
closer to
pets.
the date. If you guys can hear me over Catherine saying everybody.
Of course.
Yeah. And that's what we'll do. We actually will be touching base with you as we're
You know, the 5th is
approaching.
tomorrow, right? So
Yeah.
we really meant the 6th.
Hmm?
What's tomorrow?
The 5th.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow night. So tomorrow night at midnight, the
Oh,
tickets go
sorry.
on
Okay,
sale.
cool.
So
So
that's
technically
after
it's
the
the 6th,
sixth,
but
that's
true.
after the
Okay, you're
sixth.
right.
Okay.
So tomorrow night at midnight, tickets go on sale. Thank you for that. Day.
Someone just said I'm seeing 180 on the side.
Yeah, and we will be answering your questions. So we'll be doing more IG lives as we approach the event, so that we are starting the conversation. We're preparing you for what pre-work that you need to do.
Well, I think maybe we should just say it, you know, because I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Thank you guys for
Bye,
coming
everyone.
on.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you on March 2nd. I'm sure we'll interact with you again before March 2nd because we have a lot more updates that are coming up as we continue to finalize
And we have a
everything.
lot more to say.
Yeah.
Okay, bye guys. Thanks.
Bye.